Hello, this is Johnny Henson, Professor Poole with Billiard University out of Phoenix, Arizona. Today I want to share a story with you about one of the greatest pool players I have ever known in my lifetime. This guy is just an amazing player. He hails out of like the Rapid City, Sturgis area. His name is Jim Corean. He's probably won more tournaments in Montana, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, and I wouldn't be surprised if other places too. But I mean, this guy everywhere he goes, he's going to win tournaments because he's that good. One of my favorite memories of him is when I really didn't know him. Probably almost might have been the first time I ever met him. We were having a championship tournament, and it was a race to five, and all the top shooters in the area were in not just in Montana, but in North Dakota and South Dakota were all there. And so it was like basically a who's who of that area. This guy shows up, and it's a race to five. And during the middle of that tournament, at one time, he won a race to five, and he never missed a shot in 3 separate matches. That's 15 games. Now, that's amazing. I mean, that's 15 games in competition, you know. I've never seen anybody do that. And so, anyway, one of the best players that I know got beat by him, and he came over and he told me, you know, Johnny, I'm a good pool player, but that guy's a great pool player. So anyway, that was my first memory of Jim. And now Jim, he was out of Rapid City, South Dakota, and he was actually a mentor to Shane Bamboning when he was a kid or a young player growing up. He actually helped him. He actually played on teams with Shane. And he was telling me a story about Shane and how Shane was improving. And then it reached a point where Shane was just on another level, you know. And, you know, he's probably been on another level for 20 years, but not just amateur level, but a pro level. So anyway, so Jim Corean, he himself was the best player in the region, but he actually got to mentor one of the greatest players that's probably ever lived. And so anyway, but one thing I will say about Jim, Jim has always held himself very with ethics, and he's been very respectful toward the sport. He's always really respectful toward all of his opponents. He's just the kind of person that when he wins a tournament, you're just happy for him because he's so nice about it, you know. And so anyway, I believe that you know, we always talk about pool etiquette and different things that are good for the sport of pool. I can't think of a player that's been a championship level player that's done more to represent the sport of pool and the game of pool more admirably than Jim Corean. And that's so if somebody ever asks me, who is really the greatest player that you've really ever hung around, I would say without a doubt, Jim Corean is the greatest player I've ever hung around. And he is still a great player, and he is probably in his 60s, and he's definitely still not a player that you want to run into. And that's amazing. So anyway, I hope this has been a fun story for you to hear, and good luck to you, and good shooting.